Today we're going to learn something super useful in Spanish. Everyday commands, the kind you hear all the time in real life. Things like come here, look, wait, tell me, don't talk so fast. These are small words, but wow, they do a lot of work. If you travel, ask for help, give directions, talk to family, or even survive a mildly chaotic kitchen, these forms are gold. We'll focus on the most useful commands first, especially informal to commands, and we'll also touch the polite usted version so you can sound respectful when needed. Keep it practical, keep it simple, keep it usable. Here's the big idea. In Spanish, a command is often just a special verb form used to tell someone to do something. For to, many common positive commands are short and punchy. Mira, espera, dime, toma, abre, cierra. They sound like action buttons. Tap one and the person moves. Mira, look, espera, wait, dime, tell me. And for negative to commands, you'll very often use no plus a different form. No hables, no corras, no abras. So a nice shortcut is this. Positive to commands are often short and direct, while negative to commands usually begin with no and sound a little different. Don't worry about memorizing a giant chart today. We're going for high-frequency survival Spanish. Let's start with one of the most useful verbs in the universe, venir, to come. The everyday command for to is ven, come. Very short, very common. Ven aquí means come here. You'll hear it with kids, friends, family, and sometimes from someone trying to help you find the right line at a train station. How do you say come here in Spanish? Ven aquí. Ven aquí. Nice. And aquí means here. You may also hear acá in some places. For now, aquí is perfect. Now let's build on that. Ven conmigo means come with me. Ven rápido means come quickly. Useful, right? How do you say come with me in Spanish? Ven conmigo. Ven conmigo. Good. Notice that conmigo means with me all in one word. Spanish loves these compact little bundles. Next up, mirar, to look. The command is mira, look. Mira is one of those words you can use literally or conversationally. Literally, mira el mapa, look at the map. Conversationally, mira, no tengo tiempo, look, I don't have time. Same word, two jobs, very efficient. How do you say, look at this, in Spanish? Mira esto. Mira esto. Exactly. Mira esto. Look at this. And if you want a tiny memory trick, think of mira like mirror. They're not the same word, but they feel connected. Look, mirror, mira. If that helps you remember, great. If not, no drama, we move on. Now let's talk about waiting. Because life is basically one long series of waiting for buses, coffee, and messages. Esperar means to wait. And the to command is espera, wait. So if someone says espera un momento, that means wait a moment. How do you say wait a moment in Spanish? Espera un momento. Espera un momento. Perfect. And un momento is one of several ways to say a moment. You might also hear un segundo, 1 second. Not always literally 1 second, of course. Humans are optimistic. Now a very, very useful one, decir, to say or to tell. The command dime means tell me. This is a superstar word. Dime, tell me. Dime qué pasó, tell me what happened. Dime la verdad, tell me the truth. Dime tu nombre, tell me your name. How do you say tell me the truth in Spanish? Dime la verdad. Dime la verdad. Excellent. Dime is worth memorizing as a whole chunk, not just D plus me in your head, but dime as one ready-to-use unit. That's how your brain can grab it fast in conversation. Let's add a few more positive commands you'll hear all the time. Toma means take this or here you go, depending on context. Abre means open. Cierra means close. Sigue means continue or keep going. Gira means turn, like when giving directions. Dobla also means turn in many places, especially at a corner. Abre la puerta. Abre la puerta. How do you say close the window in Spanish? Cierra la ventana. Gira a la derecha. Gira a la derecha. How do you say go straight in Spanish? Sigue recto. Sigue recto. Great. Those are incredibly practical. Now let's switch to -to commands, because saying don't do that is just as useful as saying do this. A simple pattern for today. Put no before the verb form you need. You'll hear things like no hables, don't speak. No corras, don't run. No abras, don't open. For now, just notice the pattern and collect the most useful phrases. Our star example is no hables, don't speak. Very useful if someone is speaking too fast, too loudly, or maybe during a movie. Probably not the best first date phrase, but still useful. How do you say don't speak so fast in Spanish? No hables tan rápido. No hables tan rápido. Excellent. Tan rápido means so fast. You could also say más despacio, more slowly. So if someone is helping you and their Spanish is flying at superhero speed, you can say habla más despacio. Please speak more slowly. Or, more politely, hable más despacio. That brings us to the polite form, usted. Use it with strangers, older people in formal situations, or whenever you want to sound respectful. The great thing is you do not need 100 forms today. Just learn a few high-value pairs. For tú, we had mira. For usted, mire. Tú, espera. Usted, espere. Dime doesn't become dímeme. Thankfully, that would be a tongue twister from another universe. For polite speech, you usually say dígame, tell me. Very common, very useful. Listen to these pairs. Mira this map with a friend. Mire este mapa with a customer or older stranger. Espera un momento with a friend. Espere un momento in a formal setting. Dime with a friend. Dígame with a stranger. How do you say look at this politely in Spanish? Mire esto. Mire esto. How do you say wait a moment politely in Spanish? Espere un momento. Espere un momento. How do you say tell me your name politely in Spanish? Dígame su nombre. Dígame su nombre. Nice work. And here's a practical trick. If you're unsure whether to use tú or usted, polite is safer with strangers. It may sound a little more formal, but it sounds respectful, and that's usually a good trade. Now let's talk about common mistakes learners make. First, mixing positive and negative patterns. Learners sometimes want to build everything the same way, but remember the feel of it. Positive to commands are often short chunks like mira, espera, ven, dime. Negative to commands often begin with no and change form. No hables, no corras, no abras. If you remember just that contrast, you'll avoid a lot of mistakes. Second, forgetting the little attached words in useful chunks. Dime is not just D in real life. You want the whole thing if your meaning is tell me. Same with dígame in the polite form. Learn the phrase you actually need. Third, using command tone when a softer phrase would be better. Commands are common, but tone matters. In Spanish, context does a lot of the work. Mira can sound friendly, helpful, or bossy depending on your voice. If you want to soften things, add por favor. Espera, por favor. Mire aquí, por favor. Small addition, big difference. How do you say please wait a moment in Spanish? Espera un momento, por favor. Espera un momento, por favor. And politely, espere un momento, por favor. Handy, right? Now let's put these commands into a mini real-life situation. Imagine you're with a friend in a city trying to find a cafe. You say, mira el mapa. Look at the map. Then, sigue recto. Go straight. At the corner, gira a la izquierda. Turn left. Your friend walks past the cafe and you say, espera. Wait. Then you point and say, mira aquí está. Look, here it is. And when they still look confused, you say, ven aquí. Come here. See how practical these are? They stack together naturally. Now let's hear a short story in Spanish. Just listen first. Ana camina por una calle de Madrid con su amigo Leo. Leo dice, mira el mapa y sigue recto. Ana ve una panadería y pregunta algo. Leo responde, espera un momento y ven aquí. Después señala una esquina y dice, gira a la derecha. Al final, Ana sonríe y dice, dime, ¿vamos bien? Leo se ríe y responde, sí, pero no hables tan rápido. Now let's go through it line by line. Ana camina por una calle de Madrid con su amigo Leo. Ana walks down a street in Madrid with her friend Leo. Leo dice, mira el mapa y sigue recto. Leo says, look at the map and go straight. Ana ve una panadería y pregunta algo. Ana sees a bakery and asks something. Leo responde, espera un momento y ven aquí. Leo answers, wait a moment and come here. Después señala una esquina y dice, gira a la derecha. Then he points to a corner and says, turn right. Al final, Ana sonríe y dice, dime, ¿vamos bien? Leo se ríe y responde, sí, pero no hables tan rápido. At the end, Ana smiles and says, tell me, are we going the right way? Leo laughs and answers, yes, but don't speak so fast. A quick useful side note from the story, una panadería is a bakery. Great travel word. Also, vamos bien literally means are we going well, but in natural English here it means are we on the right track or are we going the right way? Let's do a little rapid review together. Ven aquí means come here. Mira esto means look at this. Espera un momento means wait a moment. Dime la verdad means tell me the truth. No hables tan rápido means don't speak so fast. Mire, espere, and dígame are your polite versions for formal situations. One more round, because repetition is how this stuff sticks. Ven aquí. Ven aquí. How do you say look at this in Spanish? Mira esto. Mira esto. How do you say wait a moment in Spanish? Espera un momento. Espera un momento. How do you say tell me the truth in Spanish? Dime la verdad. Dime la verdad. How do you say don't speak so fast in Spanish? No hables tan rápido. No hables tan rápido. Beautiful. That's real Spanish you can use today, not someday, today. So here's your takeaway. Learn commands as ready-made tools, not giant grammar puzzles. Start with the most common chunks. Ven, mira, espera, dime, abre, cierra, sigue, gira. And the very useful negative, no hables. Then add the polite versions you'll use with strangers. Mire, espere, dígame. Tiny words, huge payoff. You're doing exactly what strong language learners do, taking small, high-frequency patterns and making them automatic. Keep listening, Repeat them out loud and use them in your day. Tell your coffee mug, mira esto. Tell your GPS, sigue recto. Maybe don't tell random people no hables tan rápido unless you really need to. You've got this. Poco a poco, little by little, these commands will start sounding natural, and then they'll start coming out of your mouth without effort. And that is a very nice moment.